Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, SPY, SQQQ, and Bitcoin. And guys, you seriously do not want to miss a second of this video. I break down AMC in a way that you may have never heard of before. We also look at SQQQ, SPY, and Bitcoin with on-point predictions, fractals, technical levels on the micro and macro level. This video is cram-packed full of information you need to know if you hold crypto, play in the stock market, day trade, or anything in between. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're going to be looking at AMC, GME, and SPY. We're also be looking at Bitcoin and SQQQ in this video, giving you guys an update and prediction on what is happening for the rest of the trading week and what I'm expecting tomorrow. Now, I am in a different location right now in South Carolina, and I will be back home tomorrow. That is the plan, right? We did have a plan to be back home today. I should be back home in the studio tomorrow. So if the quality is not up to par, I do apologize, but the quality will be right back to normal by tomorrow at the latest, later this week. I should be heading out here soon. But with that being said, let's go ahead and hop on the charts, the facts, the data, because we've came to you all over the United States this week, guys. We came to you live from Florida, from South Carolina, from PA, all over. Let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and show you guys what's going on, because so much craziness is going on in the market. So I want to point out the first thing off with Bitcoin right away. The BlackRock ETF most likely is going to get approved, okay? The BlackRock ETF most likely going to get approved, and this happens all the time in Bitcoin. It's actually where whales will start to dump a little bit of BTC to get it to dump down and try to get people to sell, panic sell. That way they can get in at lower valuations. You can see that this $40,000 mark got bought up very, very quickly, and people were buying between $40,000 to $42,000, and it got bought up very, very fast as it recovered. I do believe Bitcoin is going on a brand new bull run, and I've explained why I do believe this based off the technicals, the charts, and the data on the bigger time frame. I explained this in my previous video that we do have a buy signal on the weekly time frame. We also have a buy signal on the monthly time frame. We have green weekly MACD and we have green monthly MACD. All of these things have correlated with massive bull runs. We also have the opportunity of the BlackRock ETF, which means BlackRock will have to buy. Right here's that monthly MACD signal. BlackRock would have to buy Bitcoin to fill the spot ETF, which would send the price absolutely flying. We have the Bollinger Bands here on the monthly time frame. It started to constrict. This is letting us know volatility is coming for BTC. As you guys can see, the Bollinger Bands are starting to constrict, and you can see we're breaking out of a falling wedge. And on top of all of this, we do have that super trend buy signal on the monthly time frame. Last time we had this buy signal on the monthly time frame, we've had massive runs like this one and this one here. Last time we had that buy signal on the monthly time frame, it literally ran from 3,000 all the way up to $64,000. So I do believe Bitcoin is actually going to go on a brand new bull run. We also have the halving in 2024 around April, and normally during the halving, Bitcoin sees explosive price action as well. So there are multiple reasons to believe that Bitcoin is going into a new bull run and going to see higher valuations. I did make a Bitcoin bull run price target as well. You guys can check that out. I'll try to leave it linked in the description, but if not, just check out my recent videos. It's the Bitcoin bull run price target video. You guys can check it out on my channel. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin in the overall short and small term. I do believe that we are going to be returning back up to that $42,000 range. You guys can see here's that buy signal in the weekly time frame. And I believe that we're actually going to be returning to about 44,000, 45,000 in that range. I think we're going to continue to consolidate in the pennant that we're in. If we go ahead and zoom in, you guys can see that we're in the pennant. I think we're going to continue to consolidate to the tip of that pennant and then make another retest of that $45,000 level. So that's what I'm looking at for BTC, and I do believe this was a grab for people to buy BTC at much lower prices. Now let's go ahead and show you guys what's going on for SQQQ and show you guys what we could possibly see for tomorrow for SQQQ stock. So I think that SQQQ stock is going to be looking very, very, very bullish. Okay, right now we do have a little bit of bearish divergence playing out as RSI is trending down while price is trending up. This is not what we're going to see, but I think right now what we're going to see is SQQQ be able to hold that $14.47 level. So basically $14.47, $14.45 around that level. I believe we're going to be able to hold that and possibly go for that $15 mark. I did put out plays for SQQQ and SPY puts that are both in the money right now. The SQQQ calls are in the money and the SPY puts are in the money. If you want access to those types of plays, you have to hit me up on my email, DataZeroOfficial5. This is the Discord, and you have to pay $50 to get in, but it literally pays for itself as you get the plays back. I mean, literally, I put out these plays today, and they're already printing today. Sometimes I put out plays, and they print within the hour. If you want access to these exclusive buy and sell signals for options, crypto, stocks, shares, you have to hit me up on my email, Instagram, or Twitter. My email is DataZeroOfficial5, Instagram and Twitter link down below. Just say, hey, I want to join the Discord. I'll send you payment information. Payment is made by a PayPal or Cash App. Once you make payment, I'll send you the link, as it's easy as that. But I do believe SQQQ is flipping bullish in the bigger time frames, guys. If you guys look at the MACDs, you guys can see that the MACDs are flipping bullish. Yes, we are overbought on the 4-hour time frame, so I do think we're going to see some pullback in the short term, okay? And I do think SPY and NASDAQ are going to be pulling back or having a bounce, but after we see a pullback in SQQQ, I think we're going to be moving back to the upside. If we go ahead and show you guys just quickly what's going on with NASDAQ, and remember, SQQQ moves inverse of NASDAQ. Okay, if we go ahead and go to NASDAQ, NASDAQ has daily MACD red, 4-hour MACD red. It's also inside this massive bear flag. It also has a sell signal here on the 4-hour time frame. It has multiple gap fills to the downside. NASDAQ is looking extremely bearish, and I told you guys the market would start pulling back in early January. I said as soon as the Christmas rally was over, you would see the market start pulling back, and this is exactly what we're seeing. NASDAQ starting to pull back, SQQQ starting to pump, and as you guys can see, my predictions are coming exactly as I said they would. I also told you Bitcoin would start to decouple from the market, and it is only going to get worse as 2024 continues. You're going to see meme stocks start to decouple. You're going to see meme stocks slowly start to drift up. You're going to see the market slowly start to drift down. You're going to see SQQQ make absolutely crazy gains, and you're going to see Bitcoin make absolutely crazy gains, as well as the meme stocks. Now, as far as SPY is concerned for the short and term, I do want to show you guys that SPY is in a falling wedge. I do have the potential for a bounce for tomorrow. So do expect a possible bounce for tomorrow on SPY. Basically, I think it's going to be pretty much flat and then get a little bit of recovery. So flat on Thursday and probably get a little bit of recovery Friday. But watch this key level for SPY. If SPY closes below 468.14, okay, if we see SPY go below that and use that as resistance, it is going to be a bloody mess. We already below the key resistance of 469.01, and the short signal might possibly be in effect. If we cannot get back above 469 tomorrow or 470 tomorrow, you're gonna see an absolute bleed out, okay? Now, there's a chance that this falling wedge could play out, but as of right now, the alligator is showing that there's a lot of sell pressure. The sell signals are showing there's a lot of sell pressure. You guys can see that there's a sell signal here on the hourly time frame, on the 2-hour time frame. If I were to go ahead and put on the alligator, you would see that the alligator is showing that there's a ton of bearish momentum still in the stock. The alligator basically is a group of moving averages. There's a bullish band. The bullish band is blue, or the bullish band is green, and the bearish band is blue. When the bands are spread far apart, that means the move has a lot of momentum, and you guys can see right now the bands are spread far apart on the 2-hour time frame, the 4-hour time frame, and the blue band is on top. That means that this bearish momentum, this downside trend that we're seeing, has a lot of momentum, and that this uptrend that we're seeing has ended. You can see that the bands were spread very far apart on that uptrend. Now they have officially crossed bearish and started moving towards the downside. side. This is showing that momentum has changed on the macro time frame, and we're starting to see a downtrend. Again, the trend is your friend, so you're going to be wanting playing puts overall for the longer time frame. Calls are out of the money. Okay, now if we do see a break of this falling wedge, there's a potentiality that we could see SPY come back up and form an overall head and shoulders, coming back up to retest about 475, maybe even 478. I don't think that's possible. I think what it would do more likely is make a head and shoulders. Right here's your shoulder, and then right here be your head, and then come up to about 475, breaking out of this wedge before continuing down. That would be the bullish case for SPY. Okay, that's the best case I see for SPY. Worst case I see for SPY is it just starts breaking down but underneath the 468 and start capitulating. But either way, this thing's coming down in my personal opinion. Daily MACD is red. RSI on the higher time frames extremely high. Guys, SPY is going to be coming down in a big way in my personal opinion, and I think it's becoming more and more evident to everybody as time goes on. Again, you can see MACD's red. You can see the alligator starting to curl down. Multiple gap fills to the downside. We're coming back inside of the bear flag. It's not looking good for SPY. Let's go ahead and hop into GameStop. GameStop surprised a lot of people today, okay? GameStop has this recovery. Overall macro for GameStop looking great. You guys can see that we do have the alligator starting to curl slightly to the downside on the daily time frame, and we do have a little bit of bearish MACD on the daily time frame. But as far as the weekly time frame is concerned for GameStop, it's looking bullish. What I'm trying to say is GameStop's macro, the macro bullishness is starting to come back, and this is what's going to lead into another euphoria rally. I believe that you see how the alligator is starting to curl up. Yeah, GameStop's flipping bullish, y'all. You can see how the MACD is also green on the weekly time frame. I believe that GameStop is in the depression phase, the V-shaped part of the depression phase, and after this it is going to do a what's called a disbelief rally. It's going to start rallying up, and people are not going to believe it, and by the time they realize that the rally is real, it's going to be too late, and that's going to lead into another euphoria cycle. Basically, I showed you guys the market cycle psychology chart before. I'm going to try to pull it up for you guys real quick just so you guys can get a little bit of reference. But I've showed you guys this 100 times, and I do believe that we are in the V-shaped recovery style of the GME phase right here. That V-shape right here you see in the red, that little V-shaped depression phase, and I believe that we're going to go into a disbelief rally, which will lead us back into another euphoria rally, especially the fact that we're breaking out of this massive falling wedge. Liquidity is also drying up on GameStop, and this could cause a short squeeze. GameStop has 23% short interest, 48% of the shares locked up in computer share. It has a cost to borrow of about 4%, and it has a ton of share also on loan and days to cover. Guys, this thing could literally see a short squeeze, especially if it gets to that $20-$30 range where this gamma starts to kick in. What we really want to see overall on the bigger picture is GameStop breaking above that $18.50 level. Right now on the short term, we need to see GameStop break back above $16.70. We need to hold that level of support. I have this fractal for you here. I believe that we're going to be slightly down in pre-market, but I think we're going to break out of this expanding megaphone to the upside here tomorrow. If we do not break out of it tomorrow, it's going to be on Friday. I think we're going to slowly drift down and then recover. So basically, I think we're going to see a little bit of pullback for GameStop. You guys can see the white dotted line fractal, a little bit of pullback for GameStop, possibly retesting $16.15, $16, and then getting a pop back to the upside, going back towards that $18 level. Once we get above $18.50 using that level of support, then we can move towards 20, and then we can start seeing things get interesting for GME. Let's go ahead and go into AMC and then wrap up this video. AMC did get more dilution. I know it hurts to be an AMC holder right now. I know people are hopeless, but me, I am not hopeless. Listen, this is a psychological mind game. That is what it is, plain and simple. And you guys can believe what you want. I believe that selling shares at this level makes no sense. I believe that Adam Aron is completely out of control with this behavior. You do not have to take my word for it. You guys can believe whatever you want. I don't care. That's fine. But it's just my personal opinion. I believe that this behavior is completely unacceptable. Selling shares at this price continue to dilute our value to try to apparently save AMC and pay down the debt, which we have not even seen done yet. Now, this is affecting AMC's price. I expect AMC to be flat, but I do expect a retest of $5.55. So you can already expect that tomorrow. We're definitely going to be retesting $5.55 tomorrow. It's going to probably happen right in the morning. See this fractal that I have for you guys? It's probably going to play out exactly like this. It's going to be flat pre-market. We're going to see a dump in the morning coming back down to $5.55, maybe $5.52, and then get a bounce from there. We need to try to form a bottom, but it's not going to happen until that dilution is over. But right now, this is also potentially a last-ditch effort. Now, again, this is a little bit more speculative. I like to stay with the facts. But, guys, I believe GameStop's about to see a major move. I believe AMC will follow. I believe AMC will see a major move. I think it will go back up to fill the gaps at least. I know people do not like these price targets, but there's a gap fill at $20. There's a gap fill at $50. And if AMC were to take off right now, that's a 600 to 700% move. That's a decent move back to the upside. There's gap fills all the way back up here. I know some people do not like these price targets. You guys can have whatever price target you want, but me personally, I'm going to keep realistic price targets. That way I lock in the bag the same way I did last time when it ran to 72. I locked in a bag the same way. If it runs this time, I'm going to lock in a bag. RSI is extremely oversold on the 4-hour time frame, on the daily time frame, on the weekly time frame. In my personal opinion, if you're buying shares down here, you're going to be rewarded. But the fact that AMC is so manipulated and so diluted right now, it could take some time. Basically, at this point, we literally have to wait. We have to wait till either GME kicks off this MOAS or a black swan type event where the market starts to capitulate. I'm talking SPY going under 400. We see a major crash. Then the plumbing of the stock market, margin calls kick in, AMC rockets. Other than that, we need to wait until liquidity dries up again. Every time liquidity dries up, AMC starts to get momentum, and then they figure out a way to introduce new liquidity, either by dilution, creating APE, all of these other things that they have done to stop AMC from squeezing. I know some people don't understand this, but basically a short squeeze is a liquidity crunch, okay? When they do this dilution, like turning APE into AMC, or selling shares directly into the market, or creating APE itself, this dilution is actually affecting the short squeeze and causing it to take a lot longer. So what we need to see is liquidity dry back up. That way they can only have like 150,000 shares like they do for GameStop instead of having millions like they do for AMC. Once we start seeing this liquidity dry up, then we can start seeing things change. But really, I think we could start getting some momentum if Adam Aron would literally stop diluting. It is literally insane how he's diluting, just randomly sprinkling these shares all over the place. I have never ever seen anything like this from behavior from a CEO. A CEO has a set plan of, hey, I'm selling the shares here, I'm selling the shares here, I'm selling the shares here on this date and this many shares. This guy is literally just saying, hey, we're getting a little bit momentum to the upside. Let me sell some shares. AMC is going up a little bit. Let me sell some shares. Guys, this is suspect behavior. Now, I know some people do not like when I talk about Adam Aron. I believe, honestly, it's Stockholm Syndrome. I do not want to alienate people, though, because I want everyone to follow my channel. So if you do like Adam Aron, that is fine. But, guys, I urge you, I implore you to look into the truth. Look into the creation of APE. It stopped the squeeze. I could show you, I could break it down, but I don't want to make this video longer than it has to be. I've done it before. I've showed you how the liquidity, I broke it down as simple as using terminology of Apple's. Liquidity is all that matters in this market, especially for a short squeeze. That's why GameStop is going up. That's why GameStop's prone to these volatile movements. That's why there's not that many shares available to borrow for GameStop. That's why the short interest is higher for GameStop. That's why I was right about everything about the reverse split, saying that once the reverse split happened, AMC short interest would dry up, which it did. It was at 30%. It's only at 7%. It would disappear off the threshold security list. Everything that I said would happen happened. I told you AMC would drop down to 50 cents or $1 if the reverse split happened. I tried to warn everybody, but everyone convinced me, say, hold to zero or MOAS. So I'm in this with you guys, holding to zero or MOAS. I knew there would be a ton of pain if this reverse split happened. I warned everybody. Look back at my old videos. I warned everybody all of these things would happen, and everything I said that would happen happened, guys. Every single thing, the price dropping, the liquidity, the short interest drying up, everything happened. I warned people, but now I'm warning you, there is a chance at the end of the tunnel, a black swan event, GME kicking things off, or we literally just wait. I'm in this thing to zero Moss, but guys, this is where I'm at with AMC. And again, as far as the technicals, I think we're going to be flat, retesting $5.50, but we really need to see this dilution end. That way we can start forming a bottom. Or we could see another potentiality where price gets so low that shorts cover the rest of the short interest, because the price is so low, it's irresistible to cover at that price. And we see that 7%, 8% short interest gets covered and price shoots up. But other than that, guys, we literally need to wait. As always, guys, I appreciate you for watching to the end. If this video was informative, go ahead and drop a like and press subscribe for more content like this. Hopefully this does make sense to you, and hopefully this video helps you get prepared for tomorrow's trading day and the rest of the trading week. And I appreciate each and every one of you for supporting me, sending me super chats, and everything that you do for me, especially when you send private super chats, because I'm able to keep a lot more of that, because YouTube does take 50 to 35% of the super chat money. But I appreciate all donations, truly, truly, truly appreciate them, because it helps me to focus more on YouTube and less on trading, giving you guys more information and more time, and focusing less on trading, because YouTube ad revenue is not that much. Your donations go greatly and go a long way. As always, y'all, I appreciate you. Have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. Alright, guys, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like and press subscribe for more content like this. Remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. And as always, I appreciate you if you watch to the end, because so few people manage to watch to the end because their attention spans are so small nowadays. But your knowledge and thirst for knowledge must be real, and that means you're different, and you will be part of the 10% that make money, because 90% of people lose money in the stock market. Continue to stay on your grind, continue to get your money, continue to focus and learn. Hopefully you found this video informative, and as always, y'all, I appreciate you. Peace out.